Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Tony's Picks Happy Hour here for Monday, October 20th, 2025. Hey, if you're new to the happy hour, joining us this week to kickstart the new week. Excited for it. Got some good action here on a Monday. A couple NFL games. Got a big, massive Game 7 in the MLB. And hey, we'll throw a couple on the ice as well to start the week. So, hey, looking forward to it. Hope everybody had themselves a wonderful weekend. Sorry about the miscommunication on the Friday show. We weren't sure if you were going to have a show. I know some people were hanging on the show. I gave it a few plays in the comment section. Some of those days happen. Sorry. Apologies to everybody that tunes into the happy hour Friday. But, hey, it's Monday. So, without further ado, let's get to it. I got Ron with me. Got Brian with me. We'll see how their weekend went, and then we'll get right to Monday's action. Without further ado, so hey, head on over to Ron. How you doing here, buddy?
Pretty good. Saturday, got 4-2-2 in college football. Two pushes were the UCLA and the Notre Dame. But sitting there at Jordan-Hare Stadium watching that overtime with Missouri, man, this Auburn team just doesn't have culture, man. I don't know what they're going to do, but it's just they just can't find a way to win. And Hugh Freeze needs to go because he's the one calling the plays. He can't blame anybody but himself. But yeah, yesterday 2-2. Lost with Denver, man. I really thought Denver was going to come out and play. How the hell you score that many points in the fourth quarter, and not for the rest of the game? They should have blown the Giants off the field. That was ridiculous. And I did take the Packers too, but I did win with the Philadelphia Eagles. Great bounce back spot after that embarrassment on Thursday night. And I got the 49ers last night. So 2-2 day in NFL, 4-2-2 on college. Pretty good weekend though.
Nice. I don't know over to Brian. How are you doing?
Not bad, Rod. Not bad. Not for me on the college side of things. Saturday, I've been staying away from the premiums for college. I've been getting my ass kicked recently there, so shying away from that. Yesterday, NFL, I did 2-1 on the premium side of things in the NFL. I did. What did I have? I lost my only one yesterday. Was on the Chargers. I thought for sure they were at least going to stick around in that game, man. The Colts, they look great this season, man. There's nothing I could say there. Daniel Jones, the rest of that team, man, they really destroyed the Chargers yesterday. Chargers look really bad right now. So, yeah, my only loss yesterday in the NFL, I did lose my only NHL pick. And, of course, I thought the Mariners were going to close it out last night, and that didn't happen either. Should have stuck with the over there. But, yeah, move on. Another day here, small slate. Looking forward to it, man.
Right, small slate on Monday. Not bad. Don't worry, NBA is right around the corner, so we'll throw in these Mondays. They'll just get busier. I'm telling you, more sports action. We know the NBA is back tomorrow with a 2-game slate, but hey, after that we got a 12-game slate, and then you go to a 2-game slate. It's kind of like the NHL. They're going to start up 2 games, 12 games, 2 games, 12 games. Funky start. They just copied the NHL. Just monkey see, monkey do. The NBA is like, oh, the NHL did it. We can do it too. So he'll just come at you on Wednesday with lots of NBA action on Wednesday, but hey, a couple good ones on Tuesday. But hey, we got some nice games here on Monday. 5-3 weekend for me on Sunday. 7-3 day on Saturday. So I'm not complaining about the weekend action for me there. Good day in college. Continuing the winning season in the NFL. Continuing to stack the units on the season. Stack the units dating all the way back into last year's Super Bowl playoffs as well. So 2025 has been good in the NFL, continuing to put money into our pockets. So a couple games tonight. We'll keep those for a little later. Let's kick off. Let's go right to the MLB. Game 7 on the slate. We got Seattle taking on the Blue Jays here in this one. We got Jorge Kirby taking on Bieber. We've seen this matchup before already in Game 3. It was a 13-4 final for the Blue Jays. And that one, I don't know if we get the same kind of result here in this one, but possibilities could be. I know the Blue Jays over the summer heading into this season did move those porches in a little bit, added a few more seats, made things a little closer for some more offense, as they say. But we know it's Game 7. Let's see what the Cappers think. I don't know, over to Brian. What do you got here in the Game 7 in Toronto? What do you got?
Yeah, nothing official for me tonight in this game. If I were to bet it though, I'd just stay with the over 7.5 in this one. Like I said last week sometime, I really thought if the Blue Jays, could pull it off in Seattle and push it back to Toronto, the Mariners would win. And last night the Blue Jays looked good, honestly. So I really don't want to pick a side on this one. The Blue Jays, I think, have just a bit biggest shot as the Mariners do. So I'm just gonna stay with the over 7.5. I think both sides can put up some runs, and we see a good Game 7 here tonight.
Head on over to Ron. What do you think here in this matchup?
Yeah, I think Brian nailed it. You look at the Toronto Blue Jays, the last 10, 8-2 to the over. Seattle 7-3 to the over. I mean, I don't know how we can't go with the over. You look at it as an underdog. Both teams. We caught Toronto as an underdog at the over. Now we're catching the Seattle Mariners to the over as well. 14 the last 21 to the over as an underdog. So I don't know how you don't go with the over. And you look at Kirby, man, he just hasn't been good on the road the last month of the season. At a 4.87 ERA. It's not looking good. But I think, I'd have to lean toward the Blue Jays. I think this is why you picked up Bieber there, Rod. So this is the reason you got him. And that crowd should be raucous inside the Rogers tonight. And I think you guys get it done. So I would lean to the Blue Jays to get it done.
Hey, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping the Blue Jays can get out to an early lead, hit up Kirby early like they did in that Game 3, where they got him for 8 hits, 8 runs. And then once the Blue Jays get to a lead, that place will be so loud and ruckus that it'll be tough task for Seattle to try to pull a comeback.
Seattle does not come back. We've seen that.
No, we've seen it all series long that once the Blue Jays get to the lead, there's no coming back.
Yeah.
So for me, it's the over and enjoy a pretty good baseball game where we are going to see some offense. You look at Seattle in their road games over the past couple seasons with a tired bullpen. You got to look 3 straight games where they've that bullpen's thrown 4+ innings for Seattle. They're 6-0 to the over. I know there's some numbers here on Bieber and his unders. 17-3 to the under in this spot. But this, for me, I think it's just the offense. We've seen it plenty of times in this series that we just sneak up and over. Kirby's career versus the AL West. Hey, he's 17-3 to the under. It was 17-2 because we know in Game 3 I went over the total. So I think here same thing. Game 3 or Game 7 here in this one. I think just too much offense. They redesigned the park just for that reason, to see some offense in this one. So I like the over, and I'm cheering for the Blue Jays to get the job done. It's the only team we got in Canada to cheer for baseball wise. Jays Dodgers would be a heck of a World Series. So I mean, winner either way. This is a winner either way if the Jays can get in there, because I got a Jays future and a Dodgers future. So that's what I'm rooting for. Then I can just sit back and enjoy the World Series. Hey, that wraps up the MLB. Let's head on over to the NFL for tonight. We got a couple games on the slate. Which one's first on the slate? We'll go with we'll do them both all together. We got Tampa Bay heading into Detroit. Just seeing if that's still 6. Most places still 6.
Yep. Still seeing 6.
Yeah, still seeing 6 most places. Total 53. Seattle hosting Houston. Laying 3. Total 41. That's ticked down a half a point. I did see 41.5 this morning. Head on over to Ron. What do you like in the Monday Night Football action?
Yeah, I got a premium in that Seattle game, but gave you a nice little teaser winner on last Thursday with the Bengals and the over. So now we're going to go to Detroit. Detroit's coming off a loss to my Kansas City Chiefs. Pretty much got embarrassed on national TV with the Brian Branch thing. Really an embarrassing moment for the Detroit Lions. I think they bounce back at home. Take them as a pick and take that over 47. I think it's a high-scoring game as well. So get a pick and over 47. That's a 6-point teaser for tonight.
Head on over to Brian. What do you got in the Monday Night Football?
I have a premium in the Texans Seahawks game as well for the late night game. But you know what? I'm just gonna give it to you guys here tonight anyway. I'm gonna take the Seahawks -3 here on the freemium for you guys tonight versus the Texans. Listen, this Texans team, they're coming off a bye, coming off 2 wins there back to back against a diminished Ravens team that was hurting with a bunch of injuries. Before that, they beat up on the Titans. This Texans team hasn't looked good other than those 2 wins, and I just don't see them coming into Seattle tonight, Monday Night Football, beating up on a Seattle Seahawks team that has looked great this season. Their defense is great. They're playing behind Sam Darnold. That's looked fantastic. I know the Texans have a great defense. So that's why this total looks under 41.5. That's why they have a little total. We're going to see two good defenses here tonight, but the Seattle's offense is just going to outmatch C.J. Stroud and the Texan side of things. They're going to end up winning this ball game easily. Give me the Seahawks -3 in this one as a premium. And then the Buccaneers and Lions. I'm seeing over 54.5 right now in my book. I'm gonna lean towards the under that. Buccaneers, bunch of injuries on their side of things. We don't know exactly who's gonna go for their wide receivers yet. Lions at home tonight. They love to throw the ball and move behind Jared Goff, but I think the Lions are smart in this one. And the one thing you got to do to beat Tampa Bay is keep the ball out of their QB's hands. You got to keep it away from the dog, man. It's the only way you're going to get it done. And that's the only way the Lions can get it done here tonight is by moving the ball on the ground, grinding out that clock, burning 6 minutes at a time during each drive, and hoping to God that Baker Mayfield can't beat him through the air. So I think that this is a Lions spot in the first half, and I like that total to go under 54.5.
And for me here in these ones here tonight, Tampa Bay and Detroit. It's I don't know. I think 6 is kind of too many. I think I kind of lean Baker Mayfield. Doesn't matter. It's just plug and play some receivers. Mike Evans is supposed to be back, so even with the weapons he's got out, he just finds a way. He just rolls out, finds an open guy. It doesn't even matter. The thing's got backdoor cover written all over it. So leaning to Tampa Bay in that matchup. Tampa Bay as a dog, 13-3 ATS wise over the last couple seasons. So kind of leaning to the +6 in that one. And then, man, you're looking at the Texans and Seattle here. I'm back and forth. I kind of like Seattle at home, starting to turn things around at home, playing some pretty good football, right? Texans off a bye. Texans on the road haven't been good. This number states and shows that Texans as a dog out on the road against the NFC, they're 0-20, which is an absolute crazy number. So you're looking at in that one. And Buka's back. Hey, fast healer. All right. Look at that for Tampa. I like that news. That he's going to pop back in there. I thought he was questionable. I thought he was actually out. Yeah. So that's what I said with Evans being Evans ready to go. He's a gamer, even with him. He was back at practice. So that's even bonus with Buka back in there at 6. That line's going to drop like a rock. I'll tell you how it's not going to be 6. They're not going to hang around more of that, especially if he just got ruled in. But looking at this Texans game, the Texans pretty good in the first half of games coming into this one off a bye. I like Nico Collins to score a touchdown. And, hey, it's a shout out to El Niños. Chubb is in there, eh? Yeah, Chubb's going to be running the ball. We know we rode Chubb for a few touchdowns as well. But 0-20 can't keep going to 0-21 or 0 whatever. For me here in this one, I think you look – Sam Darnold has been good. Give it to him. He's had a great start to his season. But you look at the numbers, what he's going against this defense. This Houston Texans defense is very underrated by a lot of people. Look what they've been doing. They've been holding teams to 12 points a game on the run. Walker's going to have a tough day running the ball. Seattle doesn't run the ball very well as it is. 3.7 yards per rush this season has been Seattle. Well, the Texans hold teams to 3.9 yards in the rush. So running the ball is going to be plugged up there. And then throwing the ball through the air. Look at what Houston's been doing, holding QBs to 58% completion rate, 5.7 yards per attempt. When you look on Seattle's secondary, I think they're beat up a little bit. Also, they're giving up 69% completion rate on their back end, 9.9 yards per catch. I think that O's got to go. I'll take the Houston Texans to come into Seattle and upset them here in this one. Give me Houston on the money line in this one. I think C.J. Stroud's able to pick apart that Seattle secondary and have himself a game. I think Nico Collins, as I said, have himself a big game. And I think, as I said, I think C.J. Stroud, who's been completing 70% of his passes this year, can pick apart that Seattle secondary. Let me get an upset here on Monday night. Give me the Texans there.
Hey Rod, let me throw out that I threw it out Thursday. That stat primetime dogs are now 17-6, and if they're over 4, they are 12-2, including that Bengals win outright. So yeah, Tampa Bay may be the play there. So yeah.
I like Tampa Bay. I'm telling you, definitely.
I
And
like Tampa Bay
Baker's
full game there
And
for
more
sure.
than
I like the
because when
Lions
you got
early,
both
and like
Evans
I said,
and
the running backs.
Baker's 7-1 as a road dog.
Yeah, Tampa Bay full game is definitely the way to go. But I don't like that over tonight, though.
Which
Even
sucks
with
'cause
the
I got
even with the
DJ
wide
comes
receivers.
surprised now. Mr. Weskers doesn't like that. Wesker, what about Fields? I don't
that
know.
guy's
That's Mr.
garbage.
Weskers. Mr. Weskers, he's the kid or like it. I know a bus when I see one.
Yeah. Who's going to be the Florida Gators' new coach? That's what Whiskers need to tell us.
Yeah, there we go. Who's going to be the new coach there? But hey, that wraps up the
You can
Monday
have
Night
Hugh
Football. That wraps up the Monday Night Football action. Let's head on over to the ice. We got 4 games on the ice tonight.
Probably better.
And we got the Wild taking on the Rangers. Seattle off to a heck of a start this season, taking on the Flyers. Buffalo in to take on Montreal. I see it's not Montembeault, it's Dobas getting the start for Montreal there in that one. The Jets in to take on the Flames. I don't know where to Brian. Anything on the ice for you tonight?
Yeah, looking at that Montreal Sabres game, I'm gonna go with Montreal there to get it done tonight at home versus Sabres team. Dobez has looked really good on the ice. I see Leon's going for the Sabres. I just think that this Montreal team's just played better here. I don't trust the Sabres on the road. Montreal, give me them at home. You got the Wild and the Rangers going. Wild starting Gustafson tonight. Rangers starting Shesterkin on the ice. Rangers at home hasn't been able to score a lot of goals. Wild on a 4-game road trip now, playing pretty decent hockey, but the Rangers team, I think they're going to want to get a win here for the first time this season at home behind Shesterkin, who's been playing really good, allowing only 1 goal per game every time he's been on the ice. Also, the Rangers won the last 3 matchups versus the Wild and the Rangers. So I'm going to take the Rangers here on the money line. I also like the under 5.5 in this one. I think we see a lower scoring one. Like I said, Shesterkin's been really good, and the Rangers haven't been scoring a lot of goals at home this season. So I like the under 5.5 there. Then you got the Kraken and the Flyers. You got looks like Joey Dackard going for the Kraken and Dan Vladder going for the Flyers. I'm going to lean towards the Kraken here to get it done on the road versus Flyers team. Dackard's been really good for the Kraken this season. He's 3-0 in his starts. He has a 9.2 save percentage. I know Vladder's been really good for the Flyers as well. Flyers been playing decent hockey. But I just think that the Kraken get it done here. So give me them as a dog on the road.
Head on over to Ron. What do you got on the ice tonight?
Yeah, I got to look at Minnesota. They lost 3 in a row on the road. Man, I had them the other night. They let me down. Definitely, they come in here in New York. I think this is maybe the spot that they get one. They are starting their goalie. Gustafson is in net, but I'm going to take Minnesota on the money line. They got to get one of these damn things. You look at the Rangers, 13-26, home favorite against the spread. I know it's a puck line, but I still look at Minnesota now. When you look at the Flyers, 16-4 as a favorite. They're not favored very much, but let's say Dan Vladar's in net. So I'm going to take the Flyers on the money line in that one. And I love Winnipeg. It's probably being a premium there for you. Give me the Jets on the road as a favorite.
And for me on the ice tonight, first game we're looking at, we got that Rangers Wild matchup, right? I think both these teams pretty evenly matched. I think we're going to need a little overtime to get the job done. You've seen 4 of the last 5 meetings head-to-head between these two teams have needed that extra period, including both meetings last year. Rangers did win them, but they needed overtime in both of those matchups. A couple previous needed a shootout. Rangers aren't scoring a whole lot. So far, they've scored absolutely nothing. They've been shut out, thoroughly embarrassed in 3 straight. I think it's thoroughly embarrassed in 4 straight. I don't know. They've been dominant over the Wild. I would lean to the Rangers winners of 3 of the last 4 here at home versus the Wild. Wild in the back end of this road trip as well. But I'm going to take the 60-minute draw. I think it's needing a little overtime in this one to decide a winner there. I'm going to go with Seattle here in this one. You look at the Flyers following an OT win. They don't fare up so well in the next game. Following an overtime win, they've lost 6 straight. So I like what I've seen from Seattle. Watch out. Make some noise early. Is this Kraken team worth a little bit of a plus money shot? I agree with Brian there. And then you look at Buffalo. Buffalo, after a couple games at home, they don't fare so well heading out onto the road. 0-10 in that first game out on the road following 2+ games at home. And with Dobas in there, I like Montreal. They've been dominant over Buffalo. Winners of 4 of the last 5. Watch out for Montreal. Starting to play some pretty good hockey as well. So give me Montreal in that one. What else do we like here? We like I like the Jets. I'm with you. You look at the Jets. Jets 8-0 after scoring 4 goals or more in 3 straight games. So offense is rolling. Jets can play some solid defense as well. So against Calgary. I like the Winnipeg Jets and that one. And that big game of the night, I think this is the biggest game of the night. Hottest team in the East, hottest team in the West, going at it head-to-head. Carolina's the only team without a loss. But here in this spot against Vegas, I think I'm going to take Vegas. It's the back end of a West End. That West End road trip is tough for that West Coast road trip. I know everybody's like, ooh, Carolina's pretty good. Yes. Well, they're in Vegas. Those flashy lights, they become a distraction. You want to gamble. You want to go over to throw some craps. You want to play some bets. And sometimes you lose focus on a hockey game real quick. Not this Vegas squad. Watch out for this Vegas squad. They've been scoring goals and plenty of offense to win games. This season, and when Vegas is scoring, I don't think there's a whole lot of teams that can beat them. They're going to be real tough out in the West this season. I'm telling you, this Vegas squad, because they're only going to get better as they start to gel together. And even without Stone in this matchup, because he's most likely out. But Vegas, after scoring 5 goals or more in their previous game, 12-0. They're perfect 12-0. I got to go with Vegas here in the spot. I know I've been riding Carolina early, but I think this is the spot that the hometown crowd gets themselves a win. Give me Vegas in this one. I'm also going to take Ehlers over 2.5 shots. A little bonus play for you. We know that he's going to be shooting for Carolina, so give me Nikolai Ehlers over 2.5 shots for Carolina. A little bonus play. Hey, that wraps up the ice. Lots of all the sports action here for Monday to start the new week. Brings us to the player prop, game in the future, parlay. We leave it up to the capper to decide whatever they got for you here in this section. And then they'll let you know what they got rolling over at Tony's Picks, because that's where you can find our best bets. I don't know where to Ron to get us started. What do you got?
Yeah, KBO video just shot it. Getting ready for game 3. It's back at Samsung. Ryan Weiss was horrible on Saturday night. Gave up a couple unearned runs. So look for Hanwha to get it back. Hyunjin Ryu. Yeah, remember that guy? Toronto Blue Jays, Dodgers. He's starting for the Hanwha Eagles tonight. I think pretty much the pitching matchup is pretty much even with Gerardo and Ryu. But you get to the bullpens, I think that's where Hanwha is going to flourish. So take Hanwha plus 145 to get back in the series and take a 2-1 lead. What I got tonight at Tony's Picks, I got one in the NFL that we've already talked about it, and I got one on the ice. So staying away from that baseball game, but like I said, I lean to the Blue Jays, but definitely the over.
Heading on over to Brian. What do you got?
Yeah, tonight over on the site, I have a 3-pack up for you guys. I got one in the NFL, gave it out to you. I told you to take the Seahawks -3. And then I got 2 plays up in the hockey. It's the 2 games I didn't talk about there tonight. So, yeah, that's what I got up for you guys. Go swoop that up, 25 3-pack. Been hot over in the NFL recently, so trying to keep that going. And yeah, let's do as a parlay tonight. Let's go to the ice. Let's take the Montreal on the money line. Let's take the over in the MLB game, and let's take the Rangers on the money line out to get their first home win tonight.
And for me, we're going to take the Houston Texans on the money line in the first half. We're going to take the New York Rangers on the money line and throw in Montreal on the money line. A little three-teamer for you tonight there. And for me, over Tony's picks tonight, I got a little three-pack rolling. I got 2 plays in the NFL on the Monday night action, and then an MLB play in there for you as well. So, no, an NHL play. Did not touch the baseball. Definitely, nope. Stay away. I don't know, something game 7. I wanted to jump back on an over, so I avoided that game. I really do lean into the over, so that would be the premium if I was putting it in, but I stayed away from the MLB tonight. It's my NHL one-timer. We're looking to hit our third straight one there. Crushed it yesterday with Detroit. The day before, who did we hit the day before? I think we picked on Detroit, the Lightning. Been riding Detroit on Saturday. We took Detroit to get themselves a win over the Lightning, and they got that one. So, hey, looking for a third straight there. You can scoop that up singly, or it's in that 3-pack. Or, hey, it's that time of year you want to jump aboard something long-term. 3-day, 7-day, 30-day. 30 gets you right through the start of college basketball as well when you jump aboard long-term here at Tony's Picks. And when you're aboard long-term, hey, that's the way to go. Any late plays that we put in 10 minutes to 2 hours before tip-off, puck drop, kickoff, you get that play emailed directly to you. And also, we have that new feature where you've got some player props that are included as well in all long-term packages. Any capper that puts out some player props, as we all have dabbled in some player props here at Tony's Picks, you get those included in your long-term subscription. So definitely jump aboard long-term here with us at Tony's Picks. You'll be glad you did. Let's continue to stack our bankrolls. Hey, that wraps up Monday's action. Hope everybody had themselves a wonderful weekend, and let's kickstart the weekend, the new week of winning. I'm excited for it. NBA's back. Lots of good things moving forward sports-wise. Any final words before we head on out?
All of us are on the over in the baseball game. You know where to go.
Yeah, under.
All of us absolutely love the over in this game. So.
And I've heard a lot of
people taking the under.
Get on Iowa State this weekend, right now. Money line. Get them.
Mike Evans, 2 touchdowns. I think he has himself a big return game. Can you do 3? I mean, that's all. I'm just debating. We've seen Adams get 3 there. Can Mike Evans keep up with the Devontae Adams and his 3 touchdowns against? I think he's good for 2 though. I really do. In that game against Detroit. Detroit's secondary is not so good. It can be picked apart. It is beat up. So kind of like an over there too. Hey, Jays up. Let's go, Jays. Woo!
Go Jays.
Thanks, everybody. Have yourself a wonderful Monday. See you guys again tomorrow, Tuesday. Have yourself a good
NBA. NBA's coming.
Return to the NBA. Woo!
2-3 zone will be up tonight. You'll see it.
Definitely check it out. That will be up shortly. Take care, everybody.
Good luck, everybody.